suppose it was all over the media initially the week before. Scary times for everybody. You know, it was a worldwide pandemic. I was very willing to help in whatever way I could. So there was no second thought of putting myself forward to do whatever I could, you know, as we were asked to do. So it was great. My current role at the moment, I actually work in the Lee COVID Test Centre, which is based in Blackpool. Previously, before that, I suppose initially I started off in Pairc Uí Chaoímh, which was the 23rd of March, the day that there was 700 or 800 cars parked outside on Monaghan Road waiting to come in to be tested. So 3:30 on the Monday afternoon, I got a phone call, would I go down and give a hand out? I said, perfect. So I was thrown into admin. So it was filling out forms, people coming in with their names, their mobile numbers, their dates of births, you know, and getting all that ready for the meet and greeter. So I sort of ended up in the media room in Pairc Uí Chaoímh, which was great, because there's not many people could actually see that. And did all the paperwork. So I was initially there for a week or two. I ended up being the person to do the meet and greet initially in Pairc Uí Chaoímh. So I met every car coming in. I was the only person doing it at the time, which was great because I got to meet everybody. And I suppose I was the first face for people in the cars to meet. So I tried to put my ease to an awful lot of people coming in, a lot of elderly people coming in with their, you know, with their husbands or their wives. We had young mothers coming in with their babies. We had families coming in. So it was just to reassure them and saying, look, this is a very, very quick test, a little bit uncomfortable, but it's all over in a few seconds. And the staff, the swabbers as we call them, were absolutely great. So I stayed doing that up to the end of July, where we then moved to St. Stephen's. So I went to St. Stephen's and did exactly the same job there. Again, we had great staff as well up there, and again, it was the meet and greet I was doing. I took a break, I took holidays of a week. I was exhausted, like everybody else. I mean, the staff are just amazing, and people, you know, sacrifice their holidays, their time off. We couldn't go anywhere anyway, but like even just to have time out with their families, they didn't, they stayed. And I just took a break. So I took a break, things quietened down a little bit at that stage at the end of July. So I ended up then going back to my dental just for about 4 weeks. And then I was actually requested to come back to do with the COVID Test Centre, which I went back again, say the start of September. I thought I was going back to my role of what I was doing. They said, no, Michelle, you're coming back, you're coming in doing admin. So I do admin now at the moment, but what I do is I do the follow-up list, I do a waiting list. I organise people that don't have transport. I get the Irish Defence Force to pick them up, explain to people on the phone, this is the way it's going to work for you. If somebody can't come in and they have no form of transport, I organise NAS, which is our National Ambulance Service, to go and collect them. So all that details then is passed on to those particular divisions, and then they're all organised to be picked up or to be swabbed. Yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I think from the very, very start, going back to the 23rd of March, the amount of people that I have actually met from the HSE, from all the different departments, it didn't matter where they came from or what level they were in the HSE, they all gelled together. We were one massive group, we all helped each other. As I kind of said to people, we never looked at our watches. There was one particular weekend where we went in on a Friday morning, we were there till 1 o'clock Saturday morning doing forms. We were back in again at 8 o'clock because I was again doing the meet and greet. We were there till 9 o'clock Saturday night, back in again 6:45 Sunday morning, just to do paperwork. But nobody ever looked at their watch, which was great. And I think everybody got on, and it was great. And I think people during the time, people that were going back to their own departments were very sad to leave because they enjoyed it so much. I know they were sad to go, but you have to go back to your own department at some stage. But it was absolutely brilliant, it really was. Nobody ever minded coming in, you know, and they're in their PPE all day, and you know, there was great crack, great banter, and they knew it was for a very, very good cause. Back in October, I actually developed COVID myself. My husband and my 2 kids. And we were very, very careful. You know, I haven't seen my parents. I've seen my parents 3 times in the last 12 months. So I would wish that people would take it more serious, wearing masks, hand sanitizing, have that little bottle in your bag, have it in the car, it will end. There is light at the end of the tunnel for everybody. And I know we have lost a lot of people, but there is people that have actually survived this. We were sick, but we weren't sick enough to be put into hospital. But we can understand where people are coming from, and it will get better. It will get better. I miss having coffee with my mother. Yeah, that's what I miss. They've all learned how to empty out a dishwasher and how to make a bed and how to change the bed, because I haven't been around. But no, I suppose we miss going out for that family meal. I suppose over the last number of weeks we've been actually going out walking, which is great. 3 of us. My son is working, so he's older, so he'd have no interest in coming along for a walk with us. But there's pros and cons, Yeah, we've missed out on our holidays, but sure, they'll come back. And I think families have got to know each other a little bit better, and as I say, we've missed out on communions, confirmations, birthdays, weddings, but it'd be worse if we had lost somebody. I personally haven't lost any family member. I do know of people who have lost their parents, who've lost their siblings, and what's more important? What is more important? To have your family around. So yeah, so it's good. It'll be grand.